This is the M3 of all of the laptops that you see on my desk here. This is the Dell Studio 1535. It is refurbished, and it replaces the other Dell Inspiron 1525 that was causing me all kinds of trouble from 2008 that just broke. So hopefully I'll get another 2 years out of this, speedy thing. Pretty much the same specs almost, if not better. The one thing that, was really much different from this laptop was a high definition video card in this. It's an ATI Mobility Radeon and a fingerprint reader, and pretty much basically the same thing, except this is built more, I guess, sturdy and a lot more. It's basically made to be dragged around a lot, as with this it was just made of junk. It was just a piece of junk. But, I really don't have this for long because I gotta send this back to Dell. This is that old power book that I featured in another previous video, and the hard drive shut off on me on it. Oh well, we'll get that going later. But back to this. Came with basically the same exact SHIT that this came with 2 years ago. All the same software. I don't want to damage this. It actually came with Windows Vista Home Premium, and I right away transferred the license from this computer to here and put Windows 7 Professional on, which is running excellent. And this Studio is a 2.10, whereas this is just a 2.0 with only 3 gigs of RAM, and this has 4 gigs of RAM. So it has some horsepower to it, which they both came with Roxio. My Studio came with Microsoft Works, which I'm not going to use. I'm just going to use Microsoft Office. Fingerprint software, Dell webcam software, Media Direct. And an epic fail from Dell, again, is the wrong drivers and utility CDs that they shipped with this. It is not the drivers and utility CD for the Studio laptop. It is for the Inspiron 910, which I looked up on the internet, and the Inspiron 910 is a mini netbook. So, way to go, Dell. Let's have a round of applause for them. And this is the Windows Vista reinstallation CD, which, is garbage to me, because I'm never going to use Vista again. The one thing that, I was kind of concerned about was, why does this say Intel Core 2 Duo, and this says Intel Centrino? But I found out that they're really basically the same thing, except the Centrino is just mobile technology. But this has a better clock speed, so I'm fine with that. It's got the same capacitive media controls, which are alright. This has the slot loading DVD drive, 2 USB on the side, power buttons on the hinge, and of course 2 more USB on this side. I know it's probably not showing up very well. Express card slot, your 3-in-1 memory card reader, headphone jacks, microphone input, HDMI, and your Wi-Fi switch. Same thing as this. And this also has a bigger hard drive than this laptop. This laptop was only 160 gig hard drive, and this is a 250 gig. So that's really a dramatic improvement. The one thing that I had to do was put my own little padding on here, because what happened with this last Inspiron here is when I went to put this in my book bag, my school bag, because I took my laptop to school with me for work, is that there is no pad over here. There's no pads here, So every time I put it in, and with all the hardcover books, would actually squash it and rub against the finish here, and it took some of the finish off. So I was really pissed about that. So the same thing. So the same thing doesn't happen to this laptop. I put these pads on up here because there's no pads up here, but there's pads on the side. So, and it's the opposite with this one. And of course, this thing is built like a friggin' tank. It's old as hell. It's almost as old as I am, but still working fine. Again, with the passive matrix LCD, and of course all the modern LCDs are active matrix. Same exact webcam and everything. It even came with a Bluetooth mouse, which I like. So that's basically it. So, like I said, hopefully I get 2 more years out of this one at least. So there you have it.